JBL, look at this, retain the WWE title. That's a sick man.
Look at the size of Braun Strowman. He's even...
The return of a wrestler isn't just a surprise moment. It's a rebirth, a second chance to rewrite the narrative, to step back into the spotlight, not as who they were, but as something more. Every superstar who's ever laced up a pair of boots knows this. The comeback isn't about just showing up. It's about showing out, looking sharper, moving smarter, hitting harder. The music hits, the crowd erupts, but what really gets people talking is the transformation. The kind that makes you stop and say, whoa, they didn't just return, they leveled up. And when it's done right, it becomes legendary. These are the stories of wrestlers who didn't just come back, they came back better than ever.
What's in those apples?
And Rusev looks good here. Like you said, we've not seen this man in some time. Look at that form.
Just look at The Rock. At the height of his wrestling career in the early 2000s, he was already in fantastic shape. But after transitioning to Hollywood and slimming down for movie roles, he eventually realized his natural size was his advantage. When he returned to WWE in 2011, The Rock looked physically enormous. Bigger, stronger, and even more electrifying. The People's Champ had transformed into a full-blown powerhouse, and the crowd made sure he knew it. "You still got it," they chanted. And he did. His return matches were explosive, but what made the biggest impression was how seriously he took his comeback. You could tell he had put in the work.
Okay, wait a second. We got one side chanting, "You still got it," another side chanting, "Welcome back." We gotta make up our minds.
Rock bottom! Where you at, Cena? Oh, I can see your monkey ass, bitch! Where you at?
Then there's The Undertaker. His 2000 return as the American Badass saw him still recovering from injury, but the real evolution happened in 2004 when he came back as the Dead Man again. By 2006, Taker was in arguably the best shape of his life, leaner, more defined, and finally sporting visible abs. From WrestleMania 23 onward, each return was iconic, and even in his 50s, he wasn't slowing down. For his match against John Cena at WrestleMania 34, Taker trained hard, looking agile and motivated despite the short runtime of the match. Behind the scenes, he was working with elite trainers to rebuild his endurance and redefine the image of a legend.
JBL, look at this, retain the WWE title. That's a sick man. And the Undertaker.
It was the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Undertaker is moving like we haven't seen in quite some time.
He looks healthy, he looks agile.
And a casket on fire with the Undertaker inside. Tonight, Randy Orton has seen a ghost.
Show them who the you are. Last year, killed this thing.
The Undertaker, who has never looked better in all of his career.
The pants I wore last year.
I trained for 45 and I get 5.
Triple H's return in 2002 might be the most legendary comeback of all. After tearing his quad in 2001, many thought he might not return at all. Instead, he came back at Madison Square Garden looking like a monster, huge, shredded, and more intense than ever. The crowd erupted. That comeback solidified him as the Game, and to this day, it's the gold standard for returning superstars. His physique that night was so jaw-dropping, it became the template for what a returning top guy should look like.
The rehabilitation. Jericho's got the walls of Jericho on the Game.
Triple H has just pedigreed Shawn Michaels all the way to hell, and I'm sure as hell want to know why. Triple H with the sledgehammer.
Edge is another case of pure dedication. After a career-ending injury in 2011, he stayed away for nearly a decade. But when he returned at the 2020 Royal Rumble, he looked better than ever, lean, muscular, and mentally sharper. He trained at home in a personal gym, completely reworking his routine to suit an older, wiser version of himself. He proved that passion and hard work don't aid.
Got in the best shape of my life at 46 years old so I could step back in here.
When that man comes up with an idea, there ain't no stopping him.
What I do is I add some sliced apples, half a banana, some unsweetened vanilla almond milk.
It's a hard life on Celtic Warrior workouts, as I just sweat into my eye.
They'd say it's impossible. It can never happen, it's not realistic.
Rey Mysterio has always been known for his high-flying style, but when he joined wrestling in 2002, he was noticeably bulkier. Vince McMahon preferred larger physiques, so Rey put on muscle despite being just 5'3". That added size led to more injuries, particularly to his knees. After taking a break and returning in 2018, Rey came back looking revitalized, leaner, faster, and in amazing shape. He trimmed down to preserve his health and longevity, proving that sometimes less really is more.
He's here!
Oh, we're not kidding you, King!
It's my pick! Mysterio!
From
Watch
the
Rey!
top.
Rey got them both! Doubled up! Andrade in big trouble right now!
That's Rey!
Oh my God! There goes Andrade!
He's come back from serious knee surgery.
Skies! Oh, man! Rey Mysterio! Oh!
What a counter!
Gunther, formerly known as Walter, was always dominant, but his physical transformation sealed the deal. After dropping over 65 pounds and completely reshaping his look, he became a different kind of monster. Lean, powerful, and precise, Gunther's new form helped him become the longest-reigning Intercontinental Champion of the modern era. He embraced conditioning and diet like never before, setting the bar for what it means to evolve physically while still keeping the same technical prowess.
It was on a... Get ready for the fireworks!
It has been a horrendous night.
Once I moved to the States, I knew the purpose for moving there is to be in the main roster at some point. So I was like, I gotta bring an updated version of myself.
For Mysterio.
And now a 250-pounder with a massive drop kick.
You ever interrupt me one more time, I will knock your black head off your dad bod, you dumb son of a...
Eddie Guerrero might be one of the most emotional examples. In WCW, he wasn't known for his size, but after recovering from a torn pec and returning from addiction issues, he re-entered WWE in 2002 looking bigger and stronger than ever. His dedication to fitness and performance helped him climb the ladder all the way to the WWE Championship in 2004. Tragically, the toll of maintaining that body and years of steroid use contributed to his death in 2005, but his legacy lives on. He became a symbol of redemption and hard work, even if his pursuit of perfection came at a cost.
People are talking about their matchup at Halloween Havoc as being possibly the match of the year for 1997.
Because I kept a lot of my personal issues very quiet.
Big Show's evolution is one of the most surprising. He began his career in WCW leaner and more agile, but his size ballooned to extreme levels by 2006. After a sarcastic jab from John Cena calling him a fat slob, Big Show committed to turning things around. He began intense training, shed a ton of weight, and came back looking like a whole new athlete. The Giant had transformed. He even joked about joining the cruiserweight division. But behind the humor was a real commitment to health and longevity.
I'm slightly overweight. It gave a... See, that's the problem. This is not serious. This show needs to lose weight.
Why would you write that?
It was your notepad.
WWE 7-foot, 450-pound New Year's baby.
You're looking a little thin. Are you joining the cruiserweight division?
I'm a giant.
We know. We heard you, John. Yes, you are.
He just said that.
Shape the Big Show has gotten himself into, perhaps the best of his career.
I can remember sitting outside in the car eating ice cream, waiting on somebody else to work out. God, I've been overweight my whole career.
That Big Show looks to be in the best shape of his life.
Just a fat slob with hairy baloney.
Salt Hosier's.
7-4.
Oh, man!
I hid behind my size. I knew that at 500 pounds, I wasn't going to be asked to do a lot of things, so I didn't have to do a lot.
You know, I think it taught him a lot, and it made him grow up a lot.
Jinder Mahal's return is a masterclass in discipline. After being released in 2014 and barely leaving a mark, he reappeared in 2016 with a noticeably better build. Within months, he was absolutely shredded, veins popping, definition everywhere. That new look propelled him to a shocking WWE Championship win in 2017, proving that hard work behind the scenes can lead to main event status. Fans and critics alike had to respect the grind.
Look at this! Jinder Mahal is the new WWE Champion!
What is that on your skin? Are those veins? You look like a road map.
Too bad you ain't going nowhere, you don't.
Haters! They're haters! Haters, I tell you!
And you're shredded to the bone. I know you're working really hard.
There's nobody in the WWE that's out training me. There's nobody in the WWE that's out dieting me.
I was a little bit out of shape when I went back, and guys were ribbing me and everything, and you best believe I got home, and yeah, I was pounding stuff.
Oh, God! No! You gotta be kidding me!
He can't even spell the word title.
Title. I spell.
Mahal, who's gotten himself in tremendous shape.
Biggie! Big Cass, more like big goofs.
Punch him, Maven.
It's not about the money, the women, the cars. It's about the passion. It's about being World Heavyweight Champion.
My second promo shot. I'm not getting those results without these performance enhancers.
Good night. No. Leave it. Wait a minute.
In the world of wrestling, a comeback isn't just about music hits and surprise entrances. It's about proving something to the fans, to management, and to yourself. And these wrestlers proved that with enough discipline and drive, you can come back better, stronger, and more unforgettable than ever.
Carlito in unbelievable physical condition. My goodness.